Now, that was question 6a. Now, we are dealing with now question 6b. Question 6b, we are solving this one, which is question 6. This question 6a. Then we are coming to question 6b. Okay, then it goes like this. It reads, find the equation of the normal to the curve y is equals to x squared minus 3x minus 4 at the point these are at the point 2, -6. Now, you know that when finding the equation of the normal, we need the gradient. Okay, now since here we are not given two coordinates, because this is just one point, we're not given the other point, so we're going to differentiate this equation so that according to the rules of calculus, we say dy over dx is equals to what? M, which is our M is gradient. So when we differentiate this equation, whatever we're going to find as dy dx is just the same as the gradient. So we're going to say y is equals to x2 minus 3x, then minus 4. We all know that in differentiation, remember we're finding the equation of the what? Norm. In differentiation, the constant number, which is this one, turns into a what? A 0. It's different from the integration. In integration, the constant has a variable, but in differentiating, the constant turns into a 0. Now, we're going to say it is equals to dy over what? Dx. Okay? Now, we're going to say in differentiating, we're going to say it is a multiplied by n, then x n minus 1. So in differentiating, we are using this scale. In integration, we are using adding by 1, but we didn't multiply, we were dividing. Here we are multiplying and subtracting. In integration, we are adding and dividing. In differentiating, we are multiplying and what? Subtracting. So we are reducing by 1. In integration, we are increasing by 1. So each interval accepting this constant, here in differentiating, it turns into a what? A 0. So we're going to say, you say this n is the 2. So you will say this n is the 2. Since the coefficient of x here is 1, so we're going to say 1 times 2x, then 2 minus what? 1 minus the coefficient of x here is what? Is 3. So you say 3 times the value on top is 1. So the n on top is 1. 1 x 1 minus what? 1. Then minus what? 0. Okay? Then now, when we reach here, we're going to say dy dx is equals to, here we're going to get a 2x. When we subtract, we get a 1 minus, when you multiply, we're getting a 3x, then 0. Minus what? 0. So you all know that any number to the power 0 in mathematics, it is 1. So we're getting x minus what? 3. Then this one becomes a 1 minus what? 0. 1 times 3, we're getting what? 2x minus what? 3. Because when we say 3 minus 0, we're getting 3. So this one is our dy over what? Dx. Now we need the gradient. So now we have been given these two coordinates. Which is we've been given the two coordinates, which is 2, what? -6. This is the value of x according to coordinates that, according to what we learned. This is the value of what? Y. So we're getting the value of x, and where there's x in this equation that we have found, we put 2. So we're going to say dy over dx is equals to what? 2, then 2 minus what? Sorry, 3. Okay, then when we do the calculation, we're going to have this times this will give us dy over dx is equals to 4 minus what? 3. Hence our answer will be 1. Now already here I told you to say dy dx is just the same as what? Gradient. So here our gradient, our m is equals to what? 1. Now look at in the equation, what do they need? They need the equation of the what? Norm. This, if they mentioned the equation of the tangent, we could have gotten 1, because the equation of the norm, the formula is y minus y1 is equals to negative 1 over m is equal, open bracket, we have x minus x1. Okay, this is the formula for the equation of the what? Equation of norm, which is what we are finding. Okay, so now according to what I've said, I've already given you the coordinates here. So the y1 and the x1, the coordinates that we were given, it was 2, negative what? 6. So this is your x1, this is your y1. So on this formula, where there is y1, we put negative 6. Where there is x1, you put what? 2. So where there is m here, we already found as what? As 1. Okay, so we're going to say y minus our y1 is negative what? 6 equals negative 1 over our m is 1. Then open bracket x minus our x here is what? 2. So we're going to have we will cross multiply from here. We say this one will multiply, we're getting the same things. When this one multiplies with this one, we're getting the same thing. Here we're going to get negative times negative, it will give us positive 6. Then equals this also will multiply with everything. So negative 1 will multiply with everything, that is a negative times positive x, we're getting negative what? X. Negative times negative, positive. 1 times 2, we're getting a 2. Then here we're going to get, since you already know that the equation is in a form of, the equation should be in a form of y is equals to mx plus what? C. The coefficient of x is our gradient, and the equation is what? Is complete. So since this and these are like terms, so we're going to say y is equals to x, negative x plus what? 2. This is positive, when jumps and equals sign becomes a what? A negative. This is positive, when jumps and equals sign becomes a negative 6. Then from here we can say negative x minus what? 4, because we subtract and maintain the sign from the what? Bigger number. We subtract here and maintain the sign from the what? Bigger number. That is the equation of the what? Norm. Thank you.